Now, it is time for the very first recommendation of winter 2020 anime. Now, most of you probably heard of Future Diaries, aka Mira Nikki, that one edgy anime. You know, the one that everyone was talking about when it came up in the English dub, and how Unigasai became the icon for yanderes all over the industry of anime, and how people love the music, the animation. Believe it or not, it's from the same studio that did our Furuta. So it kind of makes you wonder what the hell happened with our Furuta, anyways. When I first saw it, I was like, this is awesome. Young me. But then when I really thought about logically after I watched it a second time, I said, this was pretty dumb. This was really dumb. And I mean by that is that it made no sense whatsoever. The God himself was completely dumb. The people he chose to be his candidate to replace him, the game he set it up in, he is a god of time and stuff like that. So the fact that you just put random people who are the worst that humanity has to offer, a terrorist, a murderer, a cult leader, a psycho killing child, a corrupted cop, a messed up mayor, all the people he chose, it's like you just want the world to end again. The show was stupid. Then he chose a kid who really didn't have much talent, and then a girl who's really talented, but he just chose her as well. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized how terrible the writing and how not good the show really was, but it's still entertaining nonetheless. It's like Review Store Online. I don't think it has good writing, but I will admit that it's very, very entertaining to watch. And Future Diary is no different. So, for a while, we haven't really had a show like Future Diary in a good while, until this season called Darwin's Game. Now, the reason why I know about Darwin's Game is I have not read the manga, but I know the creator called Flip Flops. Um, a lot of my favorite creators in anime originally used to do a lot of Toho dojins, and then they used to make a lot of fan-made Toho stories back in the day. Flip Flops did Variant Yomo, Far East Hallucinations, Two Scarlet, Scarlet on the Scarlet Sky, all kinds of Toho stories, which I really like. The action, the drawing was really good. It had this more interesting kind of drawing to it, but as Flip Flops went, his drawings improved as the years went on. And as you see with Darwin's Game, if you see his original work and he was doing Toho stories, they're completely different. But now he's doing Darwin's Game. Now let's get on to Darwin's Game. Darwin's Game, in my opinion, is a more improved version of Future Diary. A lot of people get on me and, oh, it can't. It's not. It is. It really is. One, no pesky middle schooler, no whiny Yuki kid. I can't stand Yuki. Yuki was annoying as hell, and he made no sense, in my opinion. But this guy, Kaname, is really good. He got in the game, thought it was just something for fun. He clicked on it, realizing this weird mascot guy was going around trying to kill him. And until he pulled a maneuver where he got lucky by beating him, the mascot guy died and disappeared, along with his best friend who also died as well. The reason why I love Kaname is because he isn't fucking useless. But then yet again, in Future Diary, in the original timeline, Yuki wasn't that useless neither. He actually apparently is like Madoka Magica, where you watch the original story of Madoka Magica, in the alternate timeline, Madoka acts like this bystander throughout the entire show until the very end. But however, in the original timeline, she was very good. She was like a guide to the secondary character, Homura. So the same thing happened with Future Diary, where Yuki was actually a useful character in the original timeline, is only because she became disabled only because of the secondary character interfering by doing everything for them. So, however, I can't count that because that's not part of the story. Kaname is smart. He is a strategist. His it seems like he's able to militarize anything that he owns and use it against people at that time. So I guess anything that he owns within his house, he can materialize it right then and there and use it against his opponent, which is a very handy power. So each person has a power and they get updated and all that stuff on their phones. They participate in certain games, everyone watches, and everyone keeps update on the thing. They also have the female girl, which I'm not sure about. So far, I am intrigued by her, but she hasn't had that true distinguished personality like Yuna Gasai has from Future Diary. So far, she hasn't really shown that she's a yandere. So far as I've seen, she's not completely in love with him like Yuna was with Yuki. She's more on the fence about where she wants to have a family, but not in no direction away. She's actually herself is taking slow steps, like let's start as friends and we'll see where it goes from here. So I do like that. The characters, there's all kinds of characters, of course. There's like there's be some kids, some adults, some with armor and guns. We're only on 2 episodes so far, so we don't have to know everything about the show. But what I've seen so far, I enjoy. Right now, it's not as entertaining and all because Future Diary is like I said, it's a bad story writing, but everything else is completely cranked up to the max. You know, everything is just all in your face, and you can't forget about it. This has better writing, but at the same time, we'll see if we'll have that impact like Future Diary is. We'll see down the line. So that's what I got to recommend to you guys. The very first anime recommendation of the winter. I hope you guys give it a try. It's not bad as I thought it would be. You know, I thought it would. It is in a way a copy of Future Diary, but sometimes the copy can be better than the original, such as with Deadpool and Deathstroke. You know, they look exactly similar, but one is better than the other, and that's just how it is. And I do believe Darwin's game will have better writing. I took a glimpse. I don't know how they're going to do this because the show's only given 11 episodes. 11 episodes. Whether they're planning on having another season or they're planning to end it somewhere, I don't know how this is going to work out because the manga itself is still going. And this is one of the things I keep talking about I don't like, where I know most anime is for advertisement for source material, but I really wish sometimes that they would at least wait for it to be done so people will have a better adaptation to the story itself. But again, they have a lot of material to work on because they have like over 70 chapters out right now. So we'll see what goes from here. And that's all I got. I hope you guys give it a try. If you've seen it, tell me what you think about it. I, for one, am not having high expectations, but I am playing and hoping I will be entertained. So anyways, if you like what I do, you enjoy my content, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.